Hey everyone, welcome back to another Shave and Chat brought to you by the Razor Company. I'm Jeremy, the traveling shaver, and today we'll be highlighting this awesome soap from Highland Springs Soap Company that is Forge. Beautiful scent on this. And if you look at the tub, it looks a little bit smaller than most. However, this is 4 ounces. If you look at this compared to like Barrister and Man, for example, you can actually see the tub. Looks smaller visually. It doesn't seem to be the same size, but this is 4 ounces of soap. Scent notes on that is fantastic. We'll get into the scent a little bit in a minute. Let me get prepared here. So Highland Springs is out of Canada. Let me put I have it written down where they're based just so I didn't forget anything. They are based out of Cranbrook, British Columbia. The artisans are Mary and Chris, and I'm probably going to say the name wrong, I apologize. Toronok, and Mary is a trained chemist. So she's putting her chemistry knowledge into making an absolutely phenomenal shave soap. I say soap, it's a very, very soft soap, borderline cream. Or crope, if you prefer. Forge goes for $18.97 for 4 ounces, or about $4.72 an ounce. Even on the nostrils, it still smells really good. Phenomenal lather here. Also, let's see, the scent notes are tobacco, bergamot, vetiver, lemon, citrus, tonka bean, and musk. I did mention it is a tallow-based soap. The brush I used is get this right here. It's a Craving Shaving Deadpool brush that my wife had made for me one Christmas. My absolute favorite brush. 1, because my wife made it, and 2, Deadpool. The razor this evening is the Christopher Bradley Carve on a Rod George Catacomb. I think this is a V2 or V3 handle. I'm going with the D plate. This is a brand new Gillette silver blue blade. Everything's whipped up in the copper Captain's Choice bowl. So Forge is a soap I've used a couple times before, and I've always been impressed with the performance. It does not take a lot to whip up a very voluminous, beautiful lather. It also does not take a lot of water. So when I was creating the lather here, I put some in the inner ring of the Captain Choice bowl. I got my knot wet. Squills out a decent amount of the lather, or the water. Gave it a couple shakes and started building a lather. I did have to go with my mister to add the water twice. But it wasn't a lot. It didn't take a lot of water. I wouldn't say it's a super thirsty soap. But it can take a good amount of water, and it becomes very dense. And when you're building the bowl lather, at least for me, I can usually tell when that bowl lather is hydrated enough. If I take my brush and just kind of tap the lather on the sides, if I hear or feel a little bit of sticking or kind of that suction cup feeling, I know it needs a little more water. So this soap did not take a lot of water outside of just the initial brush dampening before the lather process. Should mention this is a synthetic knot. with a decent amount of backbone, but it's still plenty soft. So if you wanted to, you could use that for a face lather. Now, for those that do prefer to face lather, or even load off the puck, as I mentioned, Highland Springs is a very soft soap. So you don't need to start with a super wet brush. You don't need to load heavy. It doesn't take a ton of water. You just go ahead and build the lather on your face. You'll be good to go. It will be nice and dense with a decent amount of volume. You can see it's rinsing off beautifully here. The scent is phenomenal. I already read the scent notes. Off the puck, I definitely get that tobacco, the bergamot, musk, with a hint of the vetiver and the citrus. I wouldn't say this is a bright scent, but it's not quite dark either. Scent strength, I'd say probably close to maybe about a 6. About a 6 or so off the puck. And then once lathered, you kind of see it's around that same, about the same strength. I did scoop some out before I got in the shower, left it in my on my counter. When I stood above, came to my sink and stood here, I could smell the scent just from the bowl before I whipped anything up. But I couldn't smell it anywhere else here in the bathroom. So you're gonna get a good scent close by. It is strong enough you can smell it. You don't need to be right up in your face, as it were, to smell the scent. But it's also not overpowering. Which for those that are sensitive to scents, scent notes, if you get irritation or burning from fragrances, I don't think this is one that's going to potentially cause any irritation here. Nice little feedback from the carve. Normally with this plate I get a little bit of blade feel depending on the soap. Here, very, very minimal blade feel. It's just providing good cushion. Great slickness. The scent is absolutely amazing. I love this scent. So if you like the tobacco flower type scents, this is definitely one that you should take a look at. And even though they are a Canadian artisan, their splashes are available at the razor company as well. Now I tend to shave at night, so I don't have a lot of splashes. So when I got this one, I did not order the splash. Although this is one that where I'd order it again, I'd definitely get the splash for this. And I do like the scent and the performance on the soap enough that I will be buying this again. It's a really, really nice scent. Performance is fantastic. Definitely on par with a lot of the other big name American artisans out there, especially that use tallow. I don't want to name names because I'll probably forget some and don't want to offend anybody. But this can definitely play the big dogs, or the more well-known American artisans. Definitely one worth looking into. Great shave there. Amazing soap, phenomenal soap actually. Really, just really good. I've never had a bad experience with this soap. It's always performed well, it's always smelled phenomenally. It is wife approved, so you can get it on there. We'll just do a quick rinse. A little feel up here. Normal areas that could use a little more touch up here. Should say the residual thickness on this is also really good. You can see going against the grain, just with residual. No problems. Don't feel any irritation, so that's definitely a good thing. Finish off with some Thayer's Witch Hazel. This is the coconut water. Now with HCNC, or Highland Springs Soap Company, you don't really need a post shave. I do recommend, personally, Witch Hazel for every shave. I put it on regardless of what I'm using post shave or how phenomenal the soap is. I just put Witch Hazel on. I mostly gotta have it these days. But Witch Hazel, and I am gonna finish off with a little bit of Moon Soap's Unscented Balm. Give that a quick little shake here. Now, if you have Moon Soaps, balms, and if you're noticing that they are kind of absorbing into your hands rather quickly when you're working the balm, get your hands wet a little bit first, and then squirt the balm in there. Because Moon Soap's balms do absorb fairly quickly into the skin. And I found, at least with me, if my hands are dry, as I'm applying that balm, it absorbs into my hands and doesn't need a lot on my face to apply on the face there. Anyway, that was the shave. Thank you guys for tuning in. Highland Springs Soap Company, Forge. Absolutely fantastic scent. Wonderful size if you like to travel as well. Wonderful size if in a adopt kit, you can take this with you. Again, very soft soap. Don't need a whole lot. Phenomenal lather, great post-shave fill, wonderful scent. Anyway, that'll do it for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time.